Opening.
Thank you, Grant. Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you to take two of the second technical support session that we've scheduled for super users. I'm having some technical issues with my team, so apologies for not sharing my screen today. As you recall, we did have a glitch last week with our support session. This has been rectified. Our web developer, Fatima, has tested the site last night, and Grant and I have both been able to log in and navigate and use the platform this morning. So I'm pleased to report that everything is running well as it should be. Just as a precaution, if we can just eliminate overloading the system, can I please request that during this session, you are not logged into your job board profile. So essentially, you've had an additional week to get used to the platform, and I really hope everybody has been able to take this opportunity as AHASA does plan to go fully live in only 12 days' time. So AHASA and TrueDesign, we're here to capacitate you today on using the job board in a much more efficient manner. I'm not going to waste any time. In a moment, we're going to just dive in with Grant Pepler. He has prepared a short presentation containing some very helpful tips that you'll be able to benefit from. Grant, you can start preparing your share screen. A reminder that the session is being recorded. The link will be shared. Please address any questions during the session in the chat box, or send an email after the session to support@ahasa.org. And then I'll be handing over to you, Grant, and Fatima, please monitor the chat box just so we can keep an eye on any questions. Thank you.
Sorry, Grant, you're muted.
I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say firstly, thank you so much for organizing this event, Leanne. I think I know that the purpose of this event is really to provide our members with a practical overview of what you'll be doing on a day-to-day basis on the platform, similar to what you'll be doing for Careers 24, PNet, and so on. And also want to thank all the members that have submitted the survey feedback to us in terms of the way that they've been using the website, the issues that they've been experiencing, the suggestions and recommendations for improvement. And I want to also announce to you today that AHASA has finally gotten approval for a user experience competition. And basically what we'll be doing is over the course of the next 3 months, we'll be hosting several competitions geared directly to you to really encourage you to make use of the system, to provide us with feedback, recommendations for improvement, and then we will also be celebrating with the super user, one of yourselves, that has posted the most vacancies for your company. So really it's obviously in the benefit of your company to post vacancies, but we will also be assessing the quality of those vacancies that you have posted, with the intention that the higher the quality and the more content you have created for your company, the more value you have generated for your company, and that is something to be celebrated. So over the course of the next 3 months, we will be having a competition for Takealot vouchers. I know we're in the digital space, so we're going to be celebrating with digital vouchers, and for the first competition will be at the end of July, then in July, August, and then in September will be the final competition. And we'll be announcing with formal communication exactly what the details are and how you would be assessed and submitted. And really the intention is to just assist you and create greater opportunity for communication, but also to encourage the use of the site. So firstly, in terms of the practicalities, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you through logging into your profile, bookmarking your profile, so that you automatically go to where to your profile so that you can log in much more faster. And then secondly, we're going to run through which fields you need to fill in order to post your first vacancy. And then after that, we'll be looking at the word processing and what is the best way to do word processing offsite on Microsoft Word, which I'm assuming everybody has. And then we're going to, most importantly, focus on the duplication function, the ability for you to take an existing ad, duplicate it, and immediately have it posted. You can then very quickly, from the front end, without having to do anything at the back end, take an existing ad from the front end, repost it on the front end, and then just change the dates or the qualification and whatever content you want to change to really rapidly post within seconds. And then we're also going to be showing you how to use the permanent link for that specific vacancy on your Facebook pages, on your LinkedIn pages, and so on, so that you can drive traffic from Facebook and LinkedIn to your vacancy and have people apply through the system so that you can measure the conversion rate. I know that Facebook has recently, in December, shut off their vacancy feature. And unfortunately, people outside of Canada and the US is not able to advertise for jobs on Facebook unless they're just using a normal post. And so we're going to show you how you can elevate that and really bring in some of the old features from Facebook through this job board, how you can get access to that. So let's quickly go to the Ahasa site. In fact, I want to actually do it in incognito mode. So once you've visited the site for the first time, and after the session, we'll share this link with you again. You'll be going to the Ahasa demo site, and once we are live as from the 4th of July, we will not be using the Ahasa demo site. It will just be the Ahasa link, and we'll send that link and details to you. But in any case, in order to log in, the first thing you need to do is you need to go to our members, the Ahasa members list. Then you need to go and find any one of your branches. So my company is People Healthcare. And you will now see that the URL here at the top changes. That is because each one of your agencies, not branches, each one of your agencies have your own mini site on the Ahasa platform. And as you can see, the Ahasa job board allows for People Healthcare to have its own site. If you then bookmark this account, People Healthcare, People Healthcare, Ahasa job board. In your bookmark bar, you can then make sure that whenever you are looking to log into your site, you can now have direct access to it. In fact, I'm going to click on it and you're going to take you exactly back to the same page. And that is the quickest way to get to the login point. All right. Once you're on your profile, you will see that there's a new button. This is because you're on your own mini site. There's a new button called Job Board Login. And we've switched on a Remember Me function. So in other words, once you've logged in the first time, it will always remember you. And you can also use your Google keychain to remember your login details. Now I'm fully logged in. So we're talking about the job board. Yes, we've spoken about, I'm zooming out a little bit for you so you can see the entire screen. We've spoken about the banner, we've spoken about the About Us section, and we've spoken about the, the healthcare footprint, the services that you can provide. And Fatima will, in later session, be able to explain to you exactly how to change all of these features and update all of those things. So in order to get to, I want to advertise a job right now, I have to go to my site, my company's profile, and dashboard. And then you'll see on the left-hand side, all of the main features for your website is available. I firstly just want to tell you that you cannot damage the site. We have switched off your ability to change things. You can click into any one of these, into these menu options, and there will be no threat to you in terms of damaging your company's profile or website. So don't be worried to go and click into every one of those. But the most important for posting a job is the jobs listing. And here you will see all the jobs that I have posted over the period, in this past period, just testing the site, looking for various, just seeing what the bugs are and so on. And so we've obviously posted quite a lot. And the beauty of the system is that once you have an advertisement posted, you can duplicate it without having to fill in all the fields, and you can just have a duplication and just change the necessary fields, location and qualification as you see fit. But today I'm going to show you how to add a new job and how quickly you can do that. Of course, as advertisers, we will all have a script. So we've got our script of exactly the ad that we are going to place. In this case, the ad that I want to place is for Labour Qualified Registered Nurse for Bellville and Durbanville. And I save all of these scripts for myself in a special little folder that allows me to always go in and just amend what I want to post about. So as you see, the area is Bellville and Durbanville, and it is for a temporary shift. So let's go back to the site. I'm about to post a new job. Done. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to copy over some fields. And as you see, I'm using Word. The reason why I'm using Word is because it has, if you've posted your first ad, it will actually save the format that it needs to go onto this platform. And so you see it already keeps the bolding, it already keeps the spacing and all of the features that I intend to have on the platform itself. So I would recommend that you do your first ad on the job board. And then once you have all your spacing corrected in the way that you want to, you copy it over to a Word document, and then you work it from there. So in other words, you don't have to do your word processing here. Obviously, you've got spelling and a grammar correction on Word, whereas on the platform, you wouldn't necessarily have that. Now that I've copied over the brief, the next exercise for me to do is to just go through the fields that I need to fill in. So I want to just point out, it's important to fill in your location details. So here it is for Bellville. Select your company, people, company website. I don't need to fill in the company name. I don't need to fill in the tagline, and I don't need to add a video. I also don't need to use the company Twitter account. We are looking into adding LinkedIn and Facebook accounts as well. I don't need to add in the salary because this is a temporary position. I can click it as a featured listing, and then it will always be at the top. And I can also say that it's urgent. What is important is to then complete your job banner and your company banner. I always use the same banners for the company and job banner because it gives some similarity. You will see that once you click on those buttons, it will open up a media file. You already have a lot of media here. You will have your company banner that Ahasa has already created for you, and you have the opportunity to upload files such as your company logo and various other media content, such as a new banner that you want to customize for yourself. You can either create that on Word and save it as an image, or you can do it in Paint, or you can have a graphic designer do it for you. That is what we are going to be selecting. And so this is the fastest way is to make use of your media library. So once you've selected, say use file, and then so that was the job banner, and the company banner I'm going to use the exact same. File. If anybody else has got the opportunity to add people from the lobby, please do that. Let me just check. They have been added. Okay, so we've added the job board, the job banner, the company banner, and we are now importantly going to look at the expiry date. Once the ad expires, the ad will no longer be showing. Well, it will show on your profile, but it will be grayed out. In other words, somebody can't necessarily apply to that vacancy. So I normally select at least a month, a time for the person to apply. So this is for the 23rd of July. Then on the right-hand side, you will see quite a lot of very important options that you need to select. You absolutely must select a job category. In this case, we're looking for a registered nurse. So you'll see that we've preloaded all of these job categories. If you want to add an additional job category, you absolutely must contact Leanne to ask that she adds an additional category for you. So in this case, we're looking for a registered nurse. And as we said, this is for Bellville. So now we scroll down and look for Bellville. This is now Gauteng, KZN, Mpumalanga, Northern Cape, and here's Western Cape, Bellville. And then the third very important thing that you must fill in is whether it is a full-time, part-time, or temporary position. Now, as ASA members, we are not allowed to blindly advertise. In other words, we are not advertising if we don't actually have a vacancy. And we're also not posting for both temporary and permanent vacancies. So we must select in terms of not only the system, but also in terms of our organizational ethics considerations, we are advertising for actual jobs. So in this, the system only allows us to advertise for one type of job at a time. And it's very important that you select the correct one and that you only select one, otherwise it will not work properly. And then the fourth very important aspect that you must fill in is also your company logo. And so I like using this one because it's quite clear. And then you'll see all these SEO and custom fields. Once you get used to the site, we will, and once we start launching some training events for SEO training, you can start using this section. But at this stage, the SEO and custom fields is not an important field that you absolutely must do something with or use. And so I wouldn't recommend you use any of these things unless you specifically know how to have worked with the system before. Then right at the top, we'll then press publish. Okay, so normally if you're doing this yourself, in my private time when I'm posting these take me around about 5 minutes maximum to post. It's usually much less because I already have my script and everything ready. Just because I'm presenting now, it takes quite a bit longer. But now you will see that there is a permanent link for your ad. You can now take that link and you can now go to your Facebook account. Actually log into my company's Facebook account. And we are lucky because we are in fact looking for a Labour sister in Bellville today. So I'm going to create a post. Again, I'm going to use the content that I had previously written. Paste. And then to apply, I will use the permanent link. Copy link address. And I'll add that into my profile. And I'll show you exactly why this is a very nice thing to do. But just give me a second. I just want to grab a photo. Photos. There we go. Register as Labour. Upload a photo. So now I've got the photo. I've got the apply link to that specific ad, and I'm going to post it. you will now see that in your adverts, you will have a link to that job. And that candidate can go directly to that specific vacancy. And we're going to see it now for the first time. That is the advert that we have placed and that every one of you will be able to place by the end of this session. You have this banner, you have that banner, you have your company logo. All you need to add is this content details as well as the location, job category, and the type of job. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's as simple as that. Can I please open up for some questions?
Grant, there's a question from Vaughan de Villiers.
Yes.
Okay. So he asks, how will it work if the position is a top permanent position? Must we load the position twice, one as a temp and the other as a permanent?
I would absolutely recommend that. And the reason for that is that you will see on the job board side, let me show you quickly. If you go to the job seekers section, job seekers to the job, underneath the job seekers is the available vacancies. You will see that that the posts only have the ability to fill one, that the system only has the ability to fill one of these mandatory fields. So if you select both temporary and permanent in the same advert, you're going to have a problem because the system is not going to recognize that and it's not going to allow the candidate to filter through to that specific job. It is very important that instead you do the following. And it's the same for if you have already posted multiple posts like I have, you can then go and duplicate it. And I want to quickly show you how to duplicate and add and change those important fields so you don't have to do double work. You're just duplicating what you have. Okay, so we've now posted the ad, and I want to go back to my site. So I go to People Healthcare, or in your case, MHR, or whatever the company is that you're representing, and you say visit site. And you'll then be back at your home screen, and you will see that the advert that we just placed is now currently shown. Now I want to duplicate this ad, and I want to just change that there is also a permanent vacancy. So to do that, all I do is I go to, and I'm on the front end, I'm not in the back end. I go to Job Dashboard. This is a button that's only visible once you are logged into your site. So employees and customers, they can't see this button. Only you, because you were logged in, can see it. And now you will see that this job, labor qualified, registered nurse, Bellville and Durbanville, is available to you. And if you press that button there, do you see that button? Looks like a button with a shadow. If you press that button, it will automatically duplicate it for you, and the site is going to update quickly. And now you have a duplicate of that. You have a duplicate of that ad. Let's see that duplicate.
So, Grant, if I may just step in a little bit.
Please.
So to duplicate, you would actually click on the one that looks like a tag.
Is it the tag?
The tag one, yes.
Is it from the tag section? Okay. So then all I'm doing is, and then to duplicate it from here, Fatima?
So you can just change your title to just to differentiate that there. You can say copy or whatever your position title would be.
Mhm.
And then you can change your job type.
Fine. And then here in the text, I'm going to just add, it's not a temporary shift, it is a permanent position. Yes.
Anything else you need to fill?
Mhm. And then preview. And submit listing.
Correct.
Okay, wonderful. Excellent. So if we say, then if we go back to the job dashboard, it now has two adverts that the one took you 2 minutes to post and the second one took you 2 seconds to post because you've just updated the fields. Right, so that really is it, ladies and gentlemen, from my side. I have not much more to show you in terms of the practicality of using the site, and I'd like to take some questions if there are any. Wonderful. Fatima, is there no questions? Tracy, Karen, Rebecca, is there any questions from your side in terms of using the site?
Morning all. Sorry, Grant, I don't raise my hand. Rebecca.
No.
I think there won't be questions now until we play around with it. And then maybe when we come back for another meeting, we'll have more questions. But it's pretty clear as you explained it.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad. Thank you
you.
so much, Rebecca. Okay, excellent. So if there's no specific questions for me today, you are very, very welcome to also email through questions to Leanne. Leanne will then take those questions and we will disseminate them. We will answer you directly. And also, I really encourage everybody to make use of the survey. Leanne will recirculate another survey round to just give you another opportunity to add some comments in terms of thoughts in terms of improvement, what you like about the site, what you don't like about the site, what we can do to make the site better. I see Andriette has got a hand up.
Hi, Grant. I just want to know, how can we change the banner image on the company page and the contact information and the branch information?
Andriette, you are in very much luck today. Fatima is going to actually take us through the customization of the page itself so that you can actually see what you can change and what the dimensions are. But we've also added the dimensions into the toolkit that is hosted on the website, but is also available through Leanne. She's also emailed it through to you, all the super users, in terms of that gives you insight in terms of what the sizing of those banners are.
Thank you
Fatima,
very much.
Thank you, Andriette. Fatima, maybe I can hand over to you.
Hi, good morning. Hope everyone's well today. Andrea, thank you very much for your question. So I'm going to show you your company profile and how we're going to be changing the information that's listed on there. Okay. So once you're on your company profile, Grant showed a really nifty technique on how to save it as a bookmark, which I think would really be helpful as a shortcut. Okay. So once you're logged in, you'll see there'll be a little bit more menu options. So you're going to look at this option here called Edit with Elementor. So by doing this, you don't even have to log into the back end. You can just do everything from here. Just give it a few minutes to load. Okay. So once you log in to the Elementor plugin, you'll see some more features here. So you've got quite a range of buttons and facilities that you can use here, but we've made it quite standard for you that you don't have to do anything on the side, and you can just basically edit whatever is on the right side of the page. Okay. So you'll just see your job listing will disappear here, but nothing to be alarmed about. This is just on editing page basically. So you're not going to see anything here, but once you publish it, all your information will still be there on all your vacancies. So just going back to the top. So you have your standard menu that will stay the same, and you have the ability to then edit the banner. So there's a pen icon on the far right side. All you would do is just click on that, and you'll see on your left menu side there's a choose image option. So once you click on that, it will take you to the media library. So you can just select any of the banners that are there. If you want to choose a new banner, it's quite an easy process, just to drag and drop. So I'm going to quickly just drag something from my desktop, and you'll see the whole screen will change. Once you know that your screen changes blue, then you know, okay, your image is going to be plotted onto the media into the media library. Okay. Once the image is there, so we actually do encourage images that are that should be quite small. So actually, this is not a great example, but anything under 100 kilobytes would be really, really good, just to keep your page loading nice and fast once you move to the final site. So just an example, I can insert this image here. But as you see, the dimensions do change. So it does look a little bit different from what page would initially look like. So that's why in our manual, we've got the correct dimensions. So if you look over here, you'll see that it is, sorry about that, 2000 by 589 pixels. So if you've got a graphic designer that's doing the banner for you, they can just use our manual as a guide into how to create the banner size. Once you got your banner in there, you can, depending on your internet connection and you know how well you think you're doing, you can update as you do each section, which I actually recommend. But if you want to update after you've done all your changes, then that's also fine too. If you've got any text changes, you'll just click on the same pencil icon over there. Maybe you feel that you needed to have more spacing between your paragraphs, so you can click directly onto the text that's on the page. If you think you need to make something more prominent or bold, you've got more text editing options on the left side. So maybe you want to make a small change, maybe you want to add a link. And remember that when you add links from other pages to your own company page, that really does bring up your Google ranking for people to find you. So I do recommend adding links into your pages, just from an SEO point of view. Let's just see if we can add in a link. Hey, Grant, I'm not getting your. Right? Whatever your link is, then you can just apply. That's a nice way to just have your company name and a link, although there will be more information on your company where people can access your website. So what I like about this here is you can edit the link by saying link options. And here you can just link, you can say open link in new tab, or you can just leave it as is. It's completely up to you. But this will just make sure that people don't take, once they click onto the page, it doesn't take them away from this page, and can open your website as an additional page on another tab in your browser. So we can just keep that there. And I like how there's a preview of all of your changes. That's quite instant and live as you do it. So if you've got any text changes, you can just highlight and delete. So pretty much like your word editor, this will be the same. Okay? So to undo, there isn't really an undo button here, but we can just use a Control Z as an undo option there. Right? So in case you want to go back. So what's also really good about this is that you have a history of when your page has been edited. So you can actually look in and see, okay, I want to go back to the last edit, and you can just see that there'll be different versions of it. And the system does keep a log of this many. And so you're not really you're lost when it comes to any information. So you can always go back to your actions and see from your history, which was your last version, and update it from there. So going back to your page editor. So you can have your healthcare footprint, which has all the icons here. So this, if you've got a little bit more technical knowledge and you're comfortable with changing any of the information here, then this is quite easy. So we've got an icon library that you can select different icons. We've just stuck to the medical ones. So this is really nice to add on. Everything has been coded for you, so you don't have to worry about colors or fonts. Everything is quite standardized there. If you have a little bit of an extra description, maybe you want to say you've got private hospitals in any different or specific area, you can just add in some text here. And it'll just basically give you a little bit more information there. So quite easy to do. So again, you can just update as you go along. Right, then when it comes to your branches, so there are two sections here. You've got all the locations that are listed here. So what you can do is, well, it's also just based on your how comfortable you are on editing this kind of information is completely up to you. You can always request this to be changed if you feel that you don't have the technical knowledge, or you feel that you would be better for us to do it for you. Then just send an email to Leanne, and we'll obviously update that information for you. Right. So if we're going to do any changes here, you can change your location, or you can add a new one. If you've got a company address, then we'll add in the coordinates here, and that's pretty simple because Google has done really nice way of having coordinates with an address. So if I just click on this, or right click on this here, the coordinates are already there. So all you would have to do is copy your location. It will copy it for you on a clipboard and paste it in that little block there. Okay. So this is the map information, and what will happen here is once you click on it, I'm not going to show here, there'll be a little pop-up with your information. So I'd like to keep this section a little bit short, just so that if you've got an area that maybe you've got multiple areas in one region, you don't want to clutter that information up too much. So keep it nice and short, because everything else will be on the section here. So that's it there. So just click on that and it will close, and you can just update if you feel you're happy with all your changes. If you don't want to start all over from scratch, you can duplicate that option there and change the information and change your area and coordinates and start all over again. So like here, you'll see there's 2. I can just give you another example of a coordinate. Just click anywhere. Okay, still too close. Let's try another one. Okay, still a little bit close, but once we have it on the main page, then it'll be easier to see. So you don't really have that much functionality once it's on editing mode. Right, so once you're happy with all that information, you just click on update. Right. So when it comes to your branches, so also same way of how to add your map. You've got a drop-down function on the left side. You just add your province. So we actually had a template that was sent to you, and everybody has sent all the information, which was really good and helpful. So thank you for that. So what we can do here is keep it as a standard. So there's a few items that's bold. Maybe you don't want your telephone number to be in bold, and rather this text here to be bold. So same like your word editor, you've got some editing functionality. So it's pretty easy just to add in all of your branch details. So once you're happy with your information, you can just click on update. So similar to what Grant showed you, to actually have your template on Word that will have some of the text features on there, such as your font, then it will make life a lot easier. We've got an option here. If you click on toggle toolbar, that will show you more options, whether you want something centered or left aligned or right aligned. So just to keep everything standard, we'll just left align everything. If you pop in text and it shows all different types of sizes of fonts, that's quite an easy fix. All you would have to do is go into the text option here, and it will just take out all the code that was copied from the previous information. So maybe you copied, for instance, contact details from another website or from your website, and that code stayed in. So pretty simple to just paste that information there under text, and that will clean out all the text for you over there. So quite simple and easy to do. Once you're happy with all of your changes, then you can just click on the update. Okay, again, if you want to create a new location, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is just duplicate it and change the information that's there. Okay. So once you're done, there's a little hamburger menu on the one side, and you can exit the dashboard, which will take you to the back end, which Grant showed you earlier, or you can just save view page. And once you have saved everything and you view your page again, then your changes are all live. So yeah, that's it from the editing functions. Are there any questions?
Wonderful, Fatima. I see there's no questions at this stage. Is there any questions from the floor? Yeah, I think that that really the intention is that the site is predominantly already ready set and ready for you to use. So in other words, you don't need to go in and change any of those details unless specifically a telephone number changes or an email account or your URLs change. You have the ability to go in and change those details. And you also saw how quick and easy it is to update your branch locations. And again, Fatima is available to assist you. All you need to do is send an email to Leanne, and she will assist you in opening up that additional branch. Yeah, we just want to say, firstly, thank you so much, Fatima, for this amazing work that you have done for us. This is going to be a fantastic addition to our portfolio of job boards that we have available to us. And we're very excited about the Google Jobs listing. So what will happen now is that once we advertise on this platform, as from the end of next month, we'll most likely by the end of next month, all the ads that you are posting on the Ahasa job board will now automatically show in Google Jobs. So that is extremely a good way of getting people to be aware of the vacancies that you have posted. Can I maybe we can just open up the floor again for some questions if there's any. Andriette, I see your hand is up.
Hi, Grant. If we make changes to the company profile and the branch information, are these changes going to pull through to the live profile?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions? All right, so as we said, Leanne and Fatima are available for contact, and I'm also indirectly able to contact you through Leanne. So all communications from my company and from myself will be through Leanne. It won't be directly with me. If you ever want to set up a training session for just your company or just your branch, you are welcome to contact Leanne, and we will then set up another training session for you, and we will run through all the features. Really, the intention of the site is that we cater for both the agencies that want to have all of their staffing coordinators be able to advertise, and then we also want to cater for the companies that want only a super user, a singular user to advertise. The system allows for both of those instances to occur, and for you to also have multiple super users and multiple sub-users with a varying number of abilities. I see there's a request for the link to the job board. Yes, we will also be sharing a link of this advert, of this video recording within this week, still probably by Friday, and if not by Friday, then by Monday or Tuesday. But we will absolutely be sending you a link to the first and the second session. Thank you, Diane. Wonderful. So that then concludes our training session, everyone. Congratulations, you are all now super users and can use the site. Well done to everyone for being for being this passionate and for having all of the energy to get through the session. I know it's quite technical, but I'm very confident that with your background in advertising, you'll be able to succeed. Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely day further. Leanne, is there anything else that we need to discuss with the team?
All good, my side, Grant. If the planning committee for the job board, they know who they are, if you can please remain behind. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Leanne.